Hi everybody, welcome back or just welcome. Oh wait, product placement. Rockwood Park Backyard Beekeepers Association. If you want a hat, I think on our website, I think they're for sale. They're like 20 bucks, I think. Anyway, product placement, right? It's not, I don't get any money from that. That's just supports our club. Anyway, as you can see, I got my smoker lit. I'm gonna read today's fortune. I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna be doing today. You gotta excuse, we had a bad storm last night. Way in the background back there, my neighbor lost a big, like half of her tree, I guess. Didn't hit her house, it hit her back deck. She's fine. She's got tree people coming to look at it. We offered any assistance we can. So that being said, it was a mess last night. Anyway, today is what, September 8th, 2023. It's a Friday. I only got two things to do, but I'm gonna read this fortune. Okay, it says, well-arranged time is the surest sign of a well-arranged mind. So well-arranged time is the surest sign of a well-arranged mind. So, okay, use your time wisely, whatever. And that keeps you, your thoughts free and clear. Anyway, at least that's my version of it. Have your own version, it works for you. It's got a hummingbird, couple of hummingbirds fighting over the feeder. As usual, they're territorial. Anyway, today, the only thing I'm gonna do is, my goal is to take the flow hive off of this hive and leave it with just the XL frames on only the XL frame box. There's 10 XL frames. That's a deep and a medium, for those of you who don't know, combined into one frame. And then I'll be continue feeding until. They should not get honey bound because the brood is still closer to the bottom, and they leave room at the top for the honey. And it'll just be or nectar, as you would say. I do have a medium box on standby, but I do want to get rid of the flow box off of that hive. The farmhouse hive is a long hive, so all I have to do is either add or subtract deep XL frames to fit the size of the brood and stores and everything. So for them, I just looked in them the other day when I was checking my feed. It's a little bit windy. Got my little towels. I'll get that one. And they're just humming along. They're still putting brood, and they're still taking the feed that I'm giving them. So I'll just keep feeding. And then when it gets too cold to feed at night, like when it gets below 40s, 50s, I'll consider putting the, I have Hive Alive fondant. I have about six or 8 packs of Hive Alive fondant, and I'll put it on. If they take it, they take it. If they don't, they don't. But I'll have it there, and I'll be able to just pull off the old bag, put the new bag on, and go about my business. But that's all I do. The last time you saw me treating with the oxalic acid. The yellow hive right here by the storeroom, which I call the storeroom hive, it had one mite after I did the feeding. I'm feeding. After I did the oxalic acid treatment in sessions, I did 4. There was 1 mite in this hive, and there were no mites in the farmhouse hive. So I'm happy with that. I'm not gonna add the Apivar strips, which I have some. I just got them about 2 weeks ago or so in the mail, so they're fresh. They're good for 2 years. They'll stay in there. And it may be something I do in the spring, or it may be something I do next year instead of oxalic acid. Anyway, as you can see, the smoker's lit. Fortune's been read. Put on my product placement. And I'm gonna go over here and just remove this flow hive. Get the bees down, shake them out, whatever I gotta do. And then I'll just smoke them down really first. and then leave it out, let them go back in the hive. And oh, these things, Bruce Jenny, he talked about these Dixie strip. Well, they're big giant cloths, and he uses them like people use Swiffer for hive beetles. So I'm gonna try to put these on strips on a couple of because I have, especially the yellow hive has more beetles than the red, but I'm gonna put it on both and see if I can just use one more thing to capture these beetles. So that's what these are. I cut them up into strips already because they're big sheets and they're washable. You can put them in the washing machine. They're really nice. They're I think they're 3M or Dixie. They're Dixie H-700s or something like that. Anyway, I'll look it up and I'll put it down here what it is. Anyway, all right, let's go do this. Okay, the feed is empty. However, there's still bees piled up in there. But I'm gonna put this feed back on once I take this off. Plus, doing it early enough is gonna give them a lot more time to propolize the top. Beetles. I don't like beetles. I'm gonna get all of the, or as many of the as many of the bees down as possible. Plenty of dead beetles in that trap. Got a few dead beetles in that trap. Okay. On here, I see plenty of bees. There's some honey at the top. You see them brood. So what I think I will do, Bruce Jenny, he kind of lays it across. Now this is a medium. I've got some empty frames in here, but I got frames with comb also. And in my freezer, I have a couple of frames that already have honey. So in a week or two before winter, I will check them and pull out anything that's not done and put in frames that already have honey in them. So for now, that's going to be that. Go back to this. And then I'll feed. Before I do that, Okay, with this hive, all I really got to do is look inside. I don't know. Oh, we got bees that came out somehow. So let's see how that happened. They didn't come through there. Ah, I see what happened. They chewed. They chewed all around in there. And they found a way to the top. So, we need a bigger plate. Not a problem. Close them off for a minute. Let's take a look. I'm gonna have to make a 1/4 inch or 1/8 of an inch, 1/4 inch, and foam it down, fill in these foam, just have the hole. So that's a project. I see no beetles. One. These are on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the frames. There's a frame here that's empty. Did I get one more in there? No. That's perfect right there where it's at. Now I do have a bee escape up here. There's a hole, and they'll see the light and they'll go out. Well, at least they have the opportunity. So we'll discuss this in a minute. Okay. Whew. Product placement. Okay. You saw the farmhouse was relatively simple. It's hot out today too. Anyway, the farmhouse was relatively simple. All I did was look in it, see how many frames of bees. There was one frame that they weren't quite doing much on. Was room to put stores. So I just filled up the rapid round. I could see where they were chewing the foam, styrofoam, which allowed them access to another chamber, and they would access to get out. So I put a bigger shim on it, and that should limit it. But I have an extra one in the storeroom, and I'll just cut a 1/4 of an inch or 1/8 of an inch plywood, something I got. I'll just cut it and put that all the way on, so that'll be a complete bottom. So it'll be just straight, what am I trying to say? It'll just be straight wood, so they won't have access to the foam at all. So that's a modification I'm gonna make. So I'll do the one in the storeroom, swap it out with the one on the farmhouse hive, and then I'll do the one on the farmhouse hive, swap it out with the one on the storeroom hive. No, I can't swap it out. Never mind. No, that one's already fine. That one's already fine. Anyway, yeah, so that's it for what I'm doing. And all I'm doing is feeding. It's the beginning of September. And all I'll do now, I did put that medium super on because there were like 3 of those deep extra large XL frames that had brood all the way. They were all the way to the top, all the way to the bottom. I was like, that's a lot of brood, and that's gonna be hatching. Those are gonna be my winter bees. I put it on here. If they fill up that that medium with sugar water, that's perfectly fine. And I'll be able to put the fondant right on top of that. There's no queen excluder. The bees can go up and down. The queen can go up and down. Probably at the end of September, I will go in one more time to remove the, or maybe in 2 weeks, I'll remove the little strips of cloth that I put there and check it out. Again, I got that from Bruce Jenny down in Alabama. Brucesbees. I'll put his info somewhere here or in the description. You know, check out his channel. But he uses those, and when I saw all of the beetles he caught, I was like, wow. Anyway, yeah, that's it. So now it's just a matter of getting all of the bees out of the flow hive. I have a portable blower that I will maybe use, but I'll sit it up there, and there's really no honey in there. It was just a space saver so that the bees would have more space. Okay, there was some. I drained some of the honey, but not much. I mixed it in with my bee juice. So anyway, that's it for now. I want to thank everybody for watching. I think I'm almost at 500 subscribers, which is unbelievable to me. Like I said, I never thought about the people subscribing and watching what I do. I hope it inspires somebody or gives you an idea on doing something a little bit different. You know, I know a couple of people liked my little watering system I had there. Yeah, so the next few days it's going to be, I'm going to straighten up that little pad there with all of those frames and get rid of the frames that are terrible and store the other frames for winter, but it's going to be a while. Anyway, I'm lazy. I get it. Anyway, all right, the music's playing me out. I'm gonna start rambling, so I want to thank y'all for watching. I know my videos are not, how you say it, every Wednesday. I don't drop a video this Wednesday, next Wednesday. They come when they come. Sometimes you get 2 a week, sometimes you get 1 a week, sometimes you get 1 in 7 days, whatever. I appreciate all of you who watch when they do come out, and you know, and I know maybe later they'll get more regular, and we'll see what we you know, how we work it. Anyway, Thank y'all again. Have fun, and remember, oh, I already said have fun. Have fun with your bees, because I do. They're fun. Have fun. Bye.